Can you hear me loudly and clearly? Just waiting for confirmation. Oh, it's gone. Where's it gone? Hello, Ramses Randoms from Dubai. Can you hear me, Ramses? Hello, Gary. Yes, I'm back. Hello, Adam. How are you doing? Sound is good. Thank you, John. Thank you for confirming that the sound is good. How are we, lovely people? How are we today? Let me just put this down a bit. Let me just tilt this. Ooh, do that a bit better there. Oops! I dropped you! Playing with the phone, I dropped you. Oh, fuck. Oh, there we go. So, questions. How are we, people? Questions, please. Where are you? Where are you in the world? Ramses is in Dubai. How is Dubai at the moment? Is it, what time are we in Dubai? Early morning, I imagine. Canada. Adam's in Canada. It must be, what's it, late? It must be evening time in Canada now, is it? Is it evening time for you? How is it? Good morning. Another one from Canada. Hello, Osley. Dero. Nice to see you back. You were here on Saturday. Thanks for your support. You're coming to Subu on April the 25th. I'll be gone. I'll probably be somewhere else. Well, I'll be in the Philippines, but probably not in Subu. You're from Brussels, Rene. Nice to see you from Brussels. What did I study at uni? Okay, good question, John. I studied a creative arts degree. I did writing, and I did creative writing, and I did photography. And then I became a photographer. And now I've become a filmmaker. So it's sort of one step on from that. Yes, I went to university when I was 23, so I went late. I spent 5 years working in London, and then I went to university at 23, and I felt a little bit older than because a lot of people went at 18, but had a wonderful time at university. Had a wonderful time. Did you go to university, John? And what did you study? Rob, you're in the Bronx. Thank you for slider 0 slider 0. I don't really know what that means. Zero is that? What is that? Thank you for being there on Saturday. I saw all your comments. Thank you for being there and supporting me. Thank you very much. Most people didn't go to university then. That's right. I was from Essex, and not many people from my area went. Well, actually, at school. Most people, sorry, I've got that wrong. Most people from school went to university at 18, because I went to an all-boys grammar school. Most people at 18 at my school went to university. But, well, a lot of people went to university. Probably, I don't know, maybe, 30, 40%. But I had no interest. I had no interest in going to university at that time. So Brian's got jury service tomorrow. Where are you, Brian, in the UK? And where are you going? Which court are you going to? You're probably not meant to tell me. I have a dual SIM. I have a dual SIM card in my Samsung phone. Yes, I had Motorola before, and I've always gone for dual SIMs. because I keep my UK SIM for my banking, and then and whichever country I'm in, I put that country's SIM in my phone. So I do have a dual SIM. Very important. But there's this eSIM thing now, which is probably one step beyond me at the moment. But yes, I do have a dual SIM. So I think that's the way to go, unless you can get your head around eSIM, which I think is more expensive. Can you use your Master? Yes, of course you can. Mastercard. Most Mastercard is valid wherever you go in the world. So yeah, you can use a Mastercard. But you're from Dubai. I assume your bank is in Dubai. Yeah, I think you need to tell them that you're going. Tell them that you're going to the Philippines. But in the UK, they say you don't need to tell us you're going abroad anymore. But then I've heard of people from the UK who've had their cards stopped because they're not in the UK anymore and they're in the Philippines, with the banks having said, you don't need to tell us anymore. So yeah, tell your bank, but you'll be fine. You're in Newcastle. So Newcastle, are you a Mackin, or are you a Newcastle supporter, or do you not follow football at all? Newcastle were doing very well, and then suddenly they've had a blip this year, haven't they? They were doing brilliantly, and then they've suddenly had a blip, and they lost at the home. They lost at the weekend, didn't they? Quite heavily. I've got not an S1. I've got an A21 or something. I can't show you because I'm using it for the live stream. But I was actually looking yesterday at upgrading to a 5G. I've been looking at 5G phones because a lot of you watch the live stream on Saturday, it kept cutting out with 4G. So I think if I get a 5G phone, then I should be hopefully better when I'm doing live streams on the street. So I was looking at 5Gs yesterday, which you can get a decent 5G phone, Samsung, for $375. Decent. Good camera. I mean, Samsungs are great. This is a great phone, great video, great photographs. But yeah, I think I need to upgrade. You're a Geordie lad. I was up there. Okay, so my surname is Big, B-I-G-G. You know where I'm going here, yeah. So they named a market after me in Newcastle, which is. I know Mackens are from Sunderland. Yes, I know, but you know, even Sunderland supporters live in Newcastle, maybe. Yeah, so I've been up there a couple of times. I love Newcastle. Yeah, you're lovely people. Yeah, and football is everything to you. If Newcastle are losing, that's the end of your weekend, isn't it? Your weekend is just like football. You know. If you want to come vlogging, where should I start in the Philippines? Anywhere. Just start anywhere. Just start. This is my advice to people who want to take up vlogging. I should have started during the pandemic, and I didn't, because I didn't have what I thought I needed was a decent camera. A lot of people just started with their phones, so you just start with your phone. It's just the content. Just start. That's my advice. Don't think about it. Just do it. Okay, so Renee says, you hear the food in China is great, in the Philippines is very bland. At the supermarket, you can get herbs and spices easily. At the supermarket, you can get herbs and spices. But you're right, they don't. Yeah, because on the streets, in the Carinderia restaurants, cafes, or whatever you call them, Carinderia is the cheaper places. It's just fatty food cooked in really bad cooking oil, and it's But there are some great Carinderias. In Manila, where I stayed last year, I used to go to this Carinderia virtually every day, which is just a brilliant. The food was really tasty. But you're right, they don't really use herbs and spices that much. Okay, so Humbert from Western Canada, another one from Canada. That's brilliant. Lots of viewers from Canada on my live stream today. Nice to see here. Thank you for appreciating my work. You think 2,200 USD will be enough for basic non-drinking lifestyle? Humbert, Humbert. What was he in? What was that book he was in? Humbert. You obviously haven't watched my budget videos, and I'm about to produce this week a budget video for how much I've spent over the last 4 years living in Asia. $2,200 Humbert is more than enough. If you look at my videos, it's twice as much as I spend each month. And yeah, so you're fine. You're absolutely fine. Don't listen to the BS spread by other YouTubers who say you can only live on $2,000 a month or $5,000. Easy. Cambodia does have brilliant apartments for $200 a month. I've been looking at Siem Reap, where Angkor Wat is, and there are some brilliant offers. Their housing is just amazing, much better than the Philippines. Have you been, Humbert, to the Philippines before? And where are you thinking of heading to? My advice would be to, if you're coming to live, travel around and decide which area might be good for you. Cambodia, I'm going to try next year. I'm going to probably spend a month in Siem Reap because I've been to Siem Reap a couple of times and it is a lovely place. And yeah, so I'm going to go back basically just to get a decent apartment, because they got decent apartments for $200 a month, which is amazing. Oh, there's me San Miguel's being kicked on the floor. Gosh. Oh, right. Ramses, you have Instagram 124 and Facebook 85, but YouTube 3K. Okay, gosh. You have a great following on Instagram and Facebook. Are you getting monetized at all? Are you getting any money from your stuff on those channels, on those apps? Are you getting any money? Because yeah, YouTube for me is paying, and I'm not using Instagram or Facebook very much because I can only do one thing at a time, being a blog, and yeah, I can't. So I'm quite happy with YouTube at the moment. Although other YouTubers I know are leaning towards Facebook because they can also get money on there anyway. They need Indian food. Well, actually, I want to call you Zero Slider. How shall I pronounce your name, and what does it mean? Is there a reason behind your username? I need to know. They do need Indian food in the Philippines. Well, they do. They have Indian food in the Philippines, but it's not great. It's not great. There's a place down in Mactan called the Subu Yacht Club, which has got we can go for a nice sunset, and they do have an Indian restaurant there, but it's not a real Indian restaurant. There is one actually, Balamban, I've heard, so I will go there. Black Grandpa, got another one from Canada. Hello, Black Grandpa, glad to see you here. I recognise your name from commenting on my videos. Nice to see you. And another one from Canada. That's brilliant. Here we go. Ramses, that is a good idea. How much you carry? Don't carry much at all. Just bring carry on. Just bring carry on. Bring 7k of stuff. 7 kg of stuff. My clothing weighs, well, you're probably going to say, obviously, because look at the state of you. My clothing weighs no more than 3.5 kilo for my clothing. There's laundries everywhere. You don't need much. Just bring a small trolley suitcase that you can put on in the plane. Don't go anywhere near the hold. Jump on the plane. Flights are cheap. Boracay, that's a good idea. You've got a good itinerary there. Subu, 10 days. Are you going to go up to the beaches? Are you going to go to Bohol? Boracay, brilliant. I love Boracay. Mindanao, where in Mindanao are you going to go? You've got a good itinerary there. You don't need my input on your itinerary because it's great. Apart from Bohol, I think you should add Bohol, and don't bring very much. Big name fishing. What's that? Well, I've lost you. Big game fishing. There's a lot of people on Facebook saying how much they love fishing in the Philippines. Lolita was the book from Humbert. That's it. Humbert was in Lolita. Yeah, I knew it was a character from somewhere. Did you get named after the character in Lolita? It's a great book and a great movie. I watched the movie. Who's the name of the actor in the movie? Great. It was a great movie and a great book. Yes, Humbert, brilliant. Vancouver Island. You're on Vancouver Island now. What? Sorry, Mick Ronson. Brilliant. Okay, you're. I'm glad you're referring to music, Stephen. You know I like to talk about music. You want me to discuss the Mick Ronson craze, Eric Burden and Sting? What was my favourite? The craze. Wait, hang on. The Craze is not even a band. I thought I read that as the Kinks. Yeah, Mick Ronson was a legend. I was in the Philippines 2022. Plan to come back to you. Where are you? Have you just told me where you're coming back to? You got how long's your jury service? Is that for 2 weeks? And where are you heading for? Brian, where are you heading for? And is that your lady with you in your photograph? Are you going to, which place are you going to? Myanmar, good question. I was in Myanmar 1988 for 7 days, and then I went back twice this century. Myanmar is brilliant. I love Myanmar. It's such a wonderful place, but there's a bit of dodginess going on at the moment politically, which I can't talk about. Myanmar, I love it. I would go there at a pinch. Only Nepal, okay. So you're thinking of retiring over here, Umber? I went to Nepal in 1988 on the same trip that I went to Myanmar, and I want to go back. I've not been back to Nepal, and I will only go back there in the summer because I'm not into hill trekking in the cold. I did actually go to India one winter, and that was it was a lovely trek, but it was very cold, and camped up in the mountains. You spend a lot of time trekking. That's brilliant. My wife is from vegan in that's North Luzon, isn't it? Didn't actually get there. Went to La Union. Didn't get to Baguio. But yeah, that's a great spot. So you're living? Are you living there in vegan? Slide. You like sliding cars around the bends. Okay, John, there we go. That's better. Now I know your name. It's great to know your name because you're a regular here. Okay, so can we get rid of... I haven't got any moderators today. So he's trying to get this... He's gone because I don't like rudeness. Oh, where's Gulas University? Where is that? Where's Gulas University? Is that in Subu? I'm not too sure where you are. But in Davao, there are a lot of Indian students. And yeah, whenever I went to use the HSBC in Davao, there were a load of Indian students queuing up to use the HSBC ATM. Yeah, there were a lot of Indian students there. Okay, walk and talk where you show the prices. Okay, that's a good idea. Thank you, Global Vagabond. She's from Bohol. Okay, that's great. Have you spent much time in Bohol? I love Bohol. I'm going back because I love. Bohol needs a big city. Bohol needs a bigger city because in Tagbilaran, where I spent probably 10 days, there's not much there. But I love Bohol. I love the island. If Bohol had a better city, it will be the best island in the Philippines. Because the people are wonderful. Well, the people are wonderful everywhere, but it's a great spot. I love Bohol. No, it's fine, Humbert. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to answer your questions. Any more questions on budgeting? I need to drink water because I get very hoarse very quickly. So, Roof Pizza, are you in Canada as well? So, John, Says Baguio is the only place I ever felt cold. Well, I never went to Baguio because of that. I'm not into coldness. I don't like the cold, and that's one of the reasons why I'm here. In the UK, I suffered with SAD during the winter months, and I can't be dealing with cold climates anymore. I hope to never see snow ever again in my last chapter. Yeah, so Baguio, I didn't fancy it. Do you not have hot water in your showers? How much do we need? There we go, straight to the point. Depends on your lifestyle. I only need no more than $900, $800, $900 a month. That's all I need, and I'm comfortable. Everyone says, surely you're not comfortable living on that amount of money. That's ridiculous, because people think you need $1,000, $2,000. You don't need very much. You can live on, this condo is $400, $300, $300. What am I paying? I'm paying $22,375 a month. I'm paying on this condo. Electricity and water is extra, so that will be an extra. I don't have my AC on. I just leave the windows and doors open, and I don't use the fan. So it's just, my electricity bill is very low and my water bill is very low. And then just double that for food. So $800, $900. That's all you need. Depends how much you drink, how much you eat out, if you want to eat at home, if you want to get a condo, if you go out drinking every night. You don't need very much money. Exactly. That's, you know, and as you'll see from the video that I will put out hopefully today or tomorrow, I've been in Asia for 4 years. That has been my budget. That's been my budget throughout Asia. It's got a little bit more expensive in other Asian countries, but you don't need that much. I mean, other people are going to say, yeah, I need $2,000, but that's your lifestyle. If you want to go out drinking and eating every day, then that's up to you. If you want a 2-bedroom condo, it's going to be more expensive. It depends on your lifestyle. It depends how much you go out. Thank you, Big Johnson. Thank you. You've been a supporter for a while. Nice to see you here. But you've been in a fan room once. Never, okay, so what do you mean? You can only deal with AC. Is that what you're saying? You can only live with the AC. Is that right? What would you choose? What do you mean? 500k minimum. What do you mean 500k what minimum? 500k what? Is that pesos or dollars? So Kevin, no one's ever said that actually, that I look like Michael Keaton. I mean, no, they haven't. Yeah, so you're the first one. So I'm now Batman. Thank you. Well, he sort of beefed up, didn't he? He beefed up for Batman. Yeah. So I should play on that probably. What is my favourite sport? Good question. Football is my favourite sport because I grew up going to watch football matches in the UK every week. So I love football. I mean, a lot of you are Canadians, so you won't appreciate anything I'm talking about. And American football. No, I can't. I went to footy. Exactly, John. I went to a baseball game in America. Didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was going on at all. I mean, you know. You won't appreciate cricket either. I used to go and watch cricket quite often as a child with my family. So cricket was big in the UK. So football, cricket, tennis. I love watching tennis. So these are all sports. So everyone's going to switch off now because it's not ice hockey. It's not American football. The pound is doing good. The pound, I'm getting 21,000 pesos to my 300 quid. 21,000 pesos. I'll you know, times over the years, it's gone down to 19. You can only get 300 pounds per day out of my ATM on 24 hours. So over the years, I've been getting 19,000, 20,000, but now it's 21, which is brilliant. Oh, so some other people have said that. Look, Big Johnson, do you know that Liverpool played my team yesterday in the Carabao Cup final? I just watched it before I came on live. I watched I didn't know the score. I always do that. Never know the score. Watch the game. And Liverpool played Chelsea, and Chelsea should have won. Really, I mean, they had so many chances. I mean, Gallagher should have had a hat trick. So you're disappointing me, Big Johnson, by being a Liverpool supporter, because Liverpool just beat Chelsea. Hello, Savinata. My favourite colour is blue. Probably because I support Chelsea, but yeah, blue has always been my favourite. Chicken tastes better. I don't really think so. No. So some stupid questions. I've got no moderators today. I'm having to do my own moderating. Hello, Galactus. The Bayern game was good. Okay, so what was that? Who was it? Bayern Munich versus, who do they play? Are you Munich or the other one? Leverkusen. So Kevin, you live in America in an RV. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. No, it won't. It won't. It won't. It won't. It won't at all. I don't know what you're going to actually... Yeah, it won't. What are you going to do? You're going to get an RV when you get here. Actually, I don't know if you watch any of my India videos, but when I went to India at Christmas, there were a lot of foreigners who driving RVs, absolutely huge RVs in Goa, and they just camp up by the beach. It's just brilliant. It's great. It's great. It's not for me. That camping lifestyle is not for me. So I appreciate. Well done, Kevin. I'm glad you're doing that. It won't cost you anymore. It won't cost you anymore. You'll be fine, and that'll be a good way to go in the Philippines. Just travelling around in an RV. What a great way to go. But I couldn't do it myself because I need a nice comfy bed. I'm a bit soft. I'm from southern England. I'm a bit of a softie. So yeah, I need my home comforts. Sapan, USA. Hello. Where is Sapan? Where is that? I don't even know where that is. What? Oh gosh, Charlie's come up with a good question. My biggest regret in life. Okay. Very good question. Never not going for it. Now you might, I don't know how old are you, Charlie? I'm early 60s, so my biggest regret is not being more proactive in my youth and 20s. Not thinking that you can just try and go for your dreams. I was just a follower. I just got jobs. I always got employed. I never thought of just going for it. Well, I'm going for it now with this YouTube channel. I'm just, this is so my regret has turned into a proactive go for it in your 60s. Yeah, you're on your last chapter, go for it. So that is my biggest regret, just not going for it, when I should have done, if you see what I mean. Charlie, do you have any regrets? Leeds are in the top 3, I think, of the championship. They went down and they will probably bounce straight back up. Exactly. Harry Kane plays for Bayern, but Bayern are second, I think, in the placings in the table. He scored lots of goals, brilliant, but he's not. He probably went to Bayern Munich thinking he was going to get win some trophies, and it hasn't quite panned out that way yet. Yeah. Look, you're not the end of the week, end of the season, Big Johnson. End of the season. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, end of the season. You had friends that were Arsenal fans, so I had to pick another team. Mo Salah is brilliant. If he'd been playing yesterday, then Chelsea would have got whomped. I mean, he used to play for Chelsea. Chelsea sold him. Chelsea sold some brilliant players. Kevin De Bruyne. Chelsea sold. Chelsea got rid of all these players that turned into absolute legends. Remittance. What do you mean? What restaurants in Subu do you recommend for cheap 150 peso meals? I don't really eat out that much in Cebu. I cook at home now, so I don't really know where the cheap 150 peso meals are. I mean, I used to do a lot of that in Manila. I spent 5 months eating in caranderas in Manila, and there were some brilliant caranderas there. Are you coming? Or sorry, what do you mean last try? Have you asked this before? um, are you in Cebu or are you coming to Cebu, Satan 60? GMM, nice to see you. Nice to see you back. You were great at the weekend. Thank you for your support at the weekend. Lovely to see you back. You're in it's windy in Iloilo. Just got back from the windy city. Name that tune. It's a little bit rainy in Cebu as well. It's a bit grim and cloudy. I went to Sri Lanka. I had a Sri Lankan girlfriend actually. I went to Sri Lanka with her for the first time. I was in London working at a university in London, 1991, and I met a Sri Lankan student who became my girlfriend. So we went to Sri Lanka at that time, and I've been back. We were together 3 years in London, and then we split up, and I've been to Sri Lanka a couple of times on my own this century, and Sri Lanka is wonderful. But this time of year, January, it just gets very, very wet, and it's always rainy. It always feels to be like it's raining in Sri Lanka. That's probably why it's so green. But Sri Lanka is wonderful. I love Sri Lanka. So yes, it's a great place. And I was actually thinking of going back to Sri Lanka when I went to India this Christmas. And then I thought, well, what's the point? I've been there twice already. I need to go somewhere new. But yes, John, go to Sri Lanka. It's a wonderful place. South Coast, Sri Lanka. The beaches, Hikkaduwa, yeah. There's some Una Watuna. I love saying Una Watuna. Una Watuna on the south coast of Sri Lanka. It reminds me of a B-52 song. Not that they wrote about Una Watuna, but it's something that they would write about. Una Watuna. The B-52s. Anyone know the B-52s? Big Johnson, you're not following. I've been back in Cebu for a month. You need to catch up, Big Johnson. You're a bit behind. You're 20. Oh, right. So you're very young, Charlie. You're very young. So you can't have regrets. You can't have regrets. You're very young. Charlie, where are you watching from? Just go for it. At 25, just go for it. If I was your age, I would just have no fear. Just go for it. Is that good advice for Charlie? Just go for it. Just do not think about it. Do you not get charged? Okay, so Brian, get yourself a Starling Bank debit card, bank card, and I go to HSBC and I don't get charged. Starling Bank don't have ATM charges overseas. So get yourself an internet Starling bank account and you switch it on. It's an internet bank, so you switch it on your phone. Hopefully, it won't get ripped off. So I would do that. Get yourself a Starling bank account and use the HSBC. That's all right, Charlie. I'm glad to see a 25-year-old is watching my channel. It's good because it's normally, no offense to the people who are on my channel, but it's normally 40 above. Oh, good morning. How are you, DeGrunch? How are you doing today? Nice to see you. Are you in? I can't remember where you are. Are you in Norwich? Where are you? No, I didn't see the viral news. I don't know. How do I? Can you put a link? Because someone put a link to the viral news. I never saw it. I don't know how to access it. I've not seen it. What about the cricket? Well, yeah. Brian's asking. Brian won't win the league. No, but the other one will. Leverkusen will win the league. Brian asks, "Will I ever return to live?" I don't like the winters, so I will only go back in the summer. So I hopefully not, unless I get incapacitated and have to go back and live there. I don't really want to go back and live in the UK long term. I would just go back for a visit for summers. Okay, so the bog, you've been a bit rude. I am British. I am British. I'm from the UK. You grew up in Alaska. Oh, your RV is sleeping for six. Are you on your own? Are you on your own, Kevin Venture, in your sleeping for six RV? Why is it so big? Uh, you'll be fine, mate. You'll be fine. Look, everything you're saying is possible, and yeah. Although, yeah, petrol is cheap here. Petrol is cheap. You'll be fine. Yes, John. Sri Lankans are lovely people. I mean, they're like Indians. Indians are just, yeah, very friendly. You're coming to Subu maximum $1,000 per month. That's fine. That's fine. Where are you going to stay? Are you going to stay? How long are you staying for? Are you staying in a hotel or are you staying in a condo? Are you going to? You can eat. Okay. Will you be cooking yourself? Because I find that is a big difference. I mean, I go to the supermarket once a week and I spend $40 a week. So what's that? $160 a month. That's how. Eating is so cheap here if you cook yourself. Well, it's cheap out anyway if you know, in the current areas, but if you can cook yourself, you're saving yourself a lot of money, I think. So you'll be fine. Where are you going to stay? You're going to stay in a hotel or a condo? And how long are you staying for? Satan 60. And I am answering your questions. Okay, so Palau. Cebu is a wonderful place. Mindanao is better. Where do you know of in Mindanao, and which is the best places in Mindanao? You have Big Johnson. Come on, get on it. Get on it, Big Johnson. You're spending too much time on the other channels. You're not watching mine. Yeah, Kevin. Now you're talking. Now you're talking my era. Yeah. Depeche Mode. I saw Depeche Mode in 1979 in a small club in London. There was only about 30 of us there. They didn't actually say bill it as Depeche Mode. They had just come out with their new single, and they billed it as an anagram of Depeche Mode, and they played the same venue in Canning Town in London for 4 weeks on a Monday night. And so I saw them with only 30 people in the room. With Vince Clarke as well. Vince Clarke, who went on to Erasure. Duran Duran. I love Duran Duran, but the obscure songs. I don't like their obvious ones. Duran Duran had a great song called Serious. They got some great obscure songs that never quite were as popular as the rubbish that they put out. As a musician, I love all the 80s. Okay, yeah, the 80s is my era. I could spend a whole live stream talking about 80s music, but then my viewers would go down. 25, definitely be fearless. Exactly. Good comment, John. Good advice. Just go for it. Just don't think. Don't hold back. That's what, yeah, my advice is. Don't hold back. If you were in Singapore for a week, would you go to KL or make the trip to Singapore for a week? Why are you spending a week in Singapore? You can do Singapore in an hour. Good question. I love Kuala Lumpur. And yeah, but very expensive for me. I just went through my budget yesterday of how much I spent in KL in 6 weeks, and it was just ridiculous money. Much more expensive than than what I've spent in the Philippines. I do love Kuala Lumpur, and I love the infrastructure in Kuala Lumpur. The fact that underground, overground, it's just brilliant, and I like it more than Bangkok because a lot of people speak English. Yeah, I love KL. So it's a difficult question because I love the Philippines and I also love KL. So only a week. It's difficult. It's okay. Okay, so GMM, how much are you spending in Iloilo? Don't listen, Slayton 60. Don't listen to GMM. I know GMM is a good lad in Iloilo, and he's always here. Don't be a cheap Charlie. Am I being a cheap Charlie? What kind of work is there for Americans? Well, none, because you can't work. You can't work on a tourist visa anyway. Exactly, exactly. Cooking is the way to go. Yeah. I just love it now. It's just when you're living in hotels, like last summer in Manila, where I stayed for 5.5 months. I didn't have a kitchen, so I had to go out for breakfast, and I only have 2 meals a day, and I had to go out for breakfast and evening meal every day. So it's a bit of a drag having to go out. So sometimes I just don't leave. I mean, last week I probably didn't leave the condo building for 4 days. So yeah, it's got a swimming pool and a gym and everything. So, and I have I've got my cupboards full of tinned food. During lockdown, my cupboards were absolutely full of tinned food that I'd got from the supermarket. They kept me going in case the world really ended. So S10 is coming in 4 weeks. Oh, okay. The area, yeah, Crown Regency is fine. Look, Subu is fine. Subu is there's no problem. There's no problem. Everywhere in Subu is decent. Yeah, yeah. You'll be fine. Is this your first time in Cebu? I assume it is. Is this your first time in the Philippines? My former career, I was a photographer. So there was a question earlier about what did I do for my degree. I did photography and creative writing as a degree. And my first job was in the police forensic department, printing up images from scenes of crime. So at my interview, I was given a folder to look at with coloured photographs of bodies and open wounds, and they said, would you be offended printing, I was a printer, so a photographic printer, would you be offended printing up these type of photographs? And there was like blood and gore everywhere, and I thought, oh no, it's fine, I can do that. So my first job was as a photographer in the police, and then I became a photographer at a university where my life improved. Okay, so Kevin's got a 6-bed RV, but he's alone. Why don't you get a smaller one? Why don't you get a smaller SV, and then it'd be about nip round all the corners quicker? Oh gosh. Oh, Big Johnson. $1,000 to live on and $1,000 for bar fines. Okay. IT Park or just outside. Oh no! Don't go. Oh, have you been to Satan 60? Have you been to Mivesa Garden Residences to have a look? Have you had a look there? I went and had a look there during the pandemic. I didn't really like it. I didn't really like it that much. Maybe I'll have another look, but 15k a month is brilliant. But does it have a decent balcony? 15k a month. Does it have a decent balcony? I'm big on balconies. I don't know if you know. I'm always promoting a balcony. So I didn't really like Mavesa Garden. It's got a decent gym, and it's, well, sort of decent gym. A nice pool, but you're planning to stay for a year. Have you looked around? Look around before you commit. That's pretty obvious, but you need to be happy with the place you're going to be staying at for a year. I did see Pill. I saw Pill, Public Image Limited. I saw them in Norwich. It was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. This was, what was it, 1986, 7? My mate was at Norwich University doing a creative writing MA, and he invited me up for the Pill gig, and it was wonderful. I mean, I was a photographer in those days, but I don't think I got my camera out my bag, because Johnny Lydon, whose books I've read, he's got some great books. He was dressed as a choir boy, and he was using the mic quite phallically as a choir boy. It was just a brilliant gig. I love Pill. I could be wrong, I could be right. Oh, they've got some great tunes. I could be black, I could be white. It's got some brilliant songs. Yeah. So after this, people go and listen to some Public Image Limited. Public Image, their first single was wonderful. Liverpool, sorry, yeah, you're in Liverpool. Now come on, you're the second person. Don't talk about Liverpool. Are you a Liverpool supporter? Hopefully not, because they beat my team yesterday. Hello, BB, he, and bees. Very strange. You're going to Singapore you're going for a conference. Okay, that's why you're there for. Yeah, I'm glad you're going to be doing something useful in Singapore, because Singapore to me is a bit sterile, and yeah, it's not great. But yeah, there is no work for Americans in the Philippines. There you go. That's right. Pennsylvania, hello. Oh yes, I recognise your name. You're a loyal supporter. Whereabouts in? You're from Pennsylvania. Whereabouts? I went to Kutztown. Have I told you that? I reckon I'll be 3. Okay. I do write down. Have you not seen my book? Have you not seen my book, GMM? That I do write down. I write down everything I spend. That's what I do. That's why my budget videos are so accurate, because I write down everything I spend. I'm not a cheap Charlie though. I've been working since I was 12. I had loads of jobs. I was always working in the UK, so that's how I've saved up, and yeah, I've had money saved up to come away. That's how I funded myself. I'm I'm in Cebu. Oh, you're going to Anglers. Have you been to Anglers before? I didn't really take to that place. I'm not really into it. Okay, so you spend between 1,400 and 2,000 US dollars a month, GMM. You're in Iloilo. How much is your condo in Iloilo, if you don't mind me asking? Sounds a lot of money. Do you eat out all the time? Do you not cook? You're leading a very comfortable life. But the question is, you don't need that money. That's your choice, isn't it? The question was, how much do you need? You're spending a lot of money, in my opinion. But as long as you're happy. Foreigners, you can't work here on a tourist visa. You can work here if you get a working visa, but what are you going to do? You're going to go and work in a call centre and get paid $200 a month. What are you going to do? Your wages aren't going to be great. Well, you'll get a little bit more as a supervisor, but teaching English, it's set up a YouTube channel. It's hard to spend money when you don't leave your room. Exactly. I do leave my room, but not every day. Exactly. I think it's important to as GMM says, have a backup plan. Yeah, exactly. Don't come over here thinking you're gonna. Well, there's these Fiverr. I don't know what you do. What can you do? God Save the Queen, exactly, was a great song by Johnny Lydon. What a great song. Exactly, John. Boo Liverpool. When did you get my glasses? Well, actually, these were frames that I bought in Subu 2 years ago. I've reverted back to these frames because I had so much stick about the new frames that I've gone back to my old frames. No, you can't work. You can get if you get an SRRV, which is a seniors retirement visa. But then you have to keep paying. You keep having to pay $300 per year on top of that. Exactly. What? Yeah. God Save the Queen. Great tune. I don't have rice. I have 2 rice cookers. I don't cook rice. In fact, when my Filipino girlfriend lived with me, she bought her own rice. You're talking about me being a cheap Charlie, but I don't want to eat rice. I don't really eat carbs. I have bread with my bacon and egg sandwiches, but I don't really. I don't know into pasta. Pasta is so bloating, and oats are bloating. I don't really eat enough. I don't eat carbs really that much. You're Australian. Hello, David. Nice to see you here. Where have you been? You drove. Oh gosh, you drove down the coast. Um, you were watching other vloggers. The black book, very needed, exactly. Write down every peso. So GMM, you write down every peso, but you spend twice as much as me. I want to know what you spend your money on, GMM, because you spend a lot of money. Why? What are you spending all your money on? You haven't told me how much your condo is, or maybe it's later. What does it feel like? Good question. It doesn't. I'm not. I don't feel like I'm really retired. Well, I'm 63 in April, so I don't feel like I'm retired. Because my daily grind. I'm doing this. This is my full-time job now, so I don't think I will ever retire because I'm going to, continue doing this until I keel over. So it's a good question, but I'm sort of being evasive because I think the point of life is never to stop. Once you stop, I know so many people who have come away to Asia, retired, do nothing. What is their purpose in life? You need to have a purpose in life, to do something, to get out of bed every day. You need to do stuff. So my point is you need to have activities going on. You need to be busy, whether that's employment or just activities. Yeah, it's just you need to keep your brain ticking over. I've always worried about money. Yes, I was self-employed, and I used to worry that it was the biggest drag, not knowing how much money was coming in. I mean, when I used to work in my 40s I used to work at a university, then I used to work in a library, and then I knew how much money was coming in each month. But then I went self-employed in my early 50s in Brighton as a photographer, and that sort of drove me a little bit bonkers because not knowing how much money was coming in that month was yeah, I need to know how much money is coming in. So I do worry about money. I've always worried about money. We do have pension, but I have to wait till I'm 67. And when I get to 66, they put it up to they're putting it up to 67. And I imagine when I get to 67, they're going to put it up to 68. Okay, so you're going. Okay, so I don't really know because I haven't been to. I don't think I've been to Palm Springs. I've been to Las Vegas. You drove down the coast of Big Sur. That's wonderful. Big Sur I know because of the Jack Kerouac book. Yeah, that's great. Did you go with have you got 2 kids? Exactly, you can't open a restaurant. And yeah, and if you get caught working, there's loads of people who got caught recently. You get deported. Yes, there is. There is an opportunity to create vlog channel. There's lots of vlog channels in the Philippines. Okay, so you're a Liverpool supporter. No worries. I will still talk to you. You're still my friend. Don't worry. I don't hold it against you. Okay. Yes, it is. You're fine. You're fine with DSLR. I see lots of people with their DSLRs. It is safe, but yeah. It is safe. I'm hesitant, aren't I? You can't go flushing it, it's like, well, you're going to stand, it depends where you're going. And also, safety-wise, you're going to be in your van, aren't you? So if people follow you back to your van, yeah, I don't know. A future cane? What do you, my, my are you talking about you talking about walking stick? I'm not thinking of that far ahead yet, David. I'll probably get a Zimmer frame with the Union Jack flag on it. Okay, so you have travel insurance and visa and all that palaver. I don't do health insurance, travel insurance. I don't deal. I've saved myself probably $12,000 by not having any insurance and not getting sick. Touch wood. But you haven't said how much your condo is. Full pension at 67. Yeah, exactly. You can get yours at 62. You're a bit lucky. Where are we? Okay. Needing a balcony. Is it a UK thing? I think it is. I think it is. I think in Liverpool, have you got a balcony? I can't stay in a place without a balcony. Balconies are just so important. And all meat. Are you serious? Just meat diet. The pounds are melting away. Just what are you eating? Just chicken and lamb. What are you eating? You've been to Anglos about 8 times. Exactly. Carbs are not needed. David also I don't called her. I texted her. She didn't respond. How do I manage to stay single? I know you're right, because I meet a lady in the mall and I text her and she doesn't even look at the message. So you need to get more. You need to get more numbers. It's a numbers game. I should have got more numbers on Saturday. Big Johnson, that's very kind of you, sending me $20, even though you're behind on my videos. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Thanks, very kind of you. Thank you, Big Johnson. That's very kind of you. Where are we? You can be friends with Filipino men if you want to. Do I mingle much? So I go out walking and I meet expats. I do mingle, but I'm not a sort of person who wants to go and sit with a crowd. I'm not really into, sitting with crowds of people. It's not really my thing. I'd rather mingle with individuals, if you see what I mean. Hello from Norway. Nice to see you here. Aha. Do you remember Aha? Are you of an Aha age? Okay. Gary's back. Is it a good idea to get travel insurance? Okay, so how long are you going to be traveling for? If you're just coming for a holiday for 60 days, it's very cheap. But if you're thinking of being here for a long time travel insurance is quite expensive. So I don't do it. I'm sort of on a wing and a prayer. Oh, you're Onion. Okay. Have you been to Onion before? And Subic Bay, and have you been to Makati? I was in Makati last summer, last year. Where is Bala? I'm not too sure where that is actually. I'm not into surfing. The surfing area is Siargao, baby, Siargao. Okay, I've probably tried insects in Thailand. I mean, it's great. It's great that you're trying the local food. Yeah, Vietnam. They do. There's a speciality in Thailand where you can. It's not really my thing. Why would I have a hair transplant? I've got a friend in Thailand who's had a hair transplant. We've had about 4 now, and it just seems like a very painful way to go. I'm not going to bother anymore. You went okay. Big Sur is only 30 minutes. You went solo. You've got a hatchback, haven't you, David? You've got a hatchback. What do they call them? A roof off. What's it called? I'm losing. Sometimes I can't think of the right words. You're almost 64. Hang on. You're doing all right. So look, that's the other thing. If you've got a lot of money in your pot, then then $2,000 a month is fine. If you've got a lot of money to live on, then that's great. You can but it's not needed. A lot of YouTubers say $2,000 is needed. It's not needed. It's just you're living a more comfortable existence. Exactly as GMM says. Get a hobby. Exactly. You need a purpose. You need to do things in life. Oh, you make more on your hobby as an online stockbroker. It was cheaper living in Thailand. Where did you live in Thailand? Did you live in Bangkok, or where did you live in Thailand? Yeah, you're a big fan of. That doesn't start with Man United, Man City, or Tottenham, or Arsenal, or yeah. It's a good question about incorporating my photographic skills into my dating game. Yeah, that's a good question because I did actually put on one of my dating profiles, women needed for photographic shoots, and I didn't really get any response. Oh, sorry, Kevin. You got to get okay. I thought you were bringing your SRV. I thought you were carrying on that existence over here. Okay, sorry. You're going to get a studio apartment for $20. That's great. You'll be fine. So get your 80D. I used to have a 5D Mark II. Get your 80D. You'll be fine. Yeah, exactly. If you've got lots of money, then health insurance is great. Okay, so whilst you're here, I never say this enough. We've been going an hour. Please, could you like, share, and subscribe? I don't get enough likes on my live streams. I don't know why. Do you not like it? Am I not doing a good job? So please, could you like, share, and subscribe, which is always good for the algorithm. I can't get pension until I'm 67, so I've got a few years yet. Hello from Baltimore, Maryland. How many push-ups can I do? I used to be a lot fitter than I am now. I used to go to the gym 3 times a week, religiously in the UK, 3 times a week religiously. I don't go as much as I should. I will probably go after this. So I don't know, and I'm not going to do them live. I'll have a practice first, and then I'll do them live, and you can count. Mission Creek Style, you watched all the India videos. You're the only one. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching my India videos. Hello, Peter Thomas. I recognise you. Good day from Queensland. Worries, money, as I've said. Apart from that, how about you, David? Do you have any worries? Yeah, I haven't given up, Scott. I haven't given up on her. I will just, I will persevere. But you know how it is. If someone's got a camera in their face, Filipinos don't want to lose face. So if you say, do you want to go out with me with the camera in their face, they'll go, yeah, of course. Yeah, sure. Where am I? I've lost the plot as usual. Are we not men? Exactly. Are we not men? We are Devo. Oh, you really? The new rules is you can get deported if you don't have health insurance. So do they check that when you go in? I am 63 this year. In April, very soon. So help me get to 20k subs by my birthday. Subic about 4 times, McCarthy 20 times. Okay, so whereabouts in McCarthy? Do you stay in an apartment? And how long do you stay here for? Hello from Penang. I went to Penang 2008. I love Penang. Great spot. I was going to go when I went to KL last year. I was going to go, but I didn't get around to it. My favourite. Okay, so Uno. Me and my Filipino girlfriend used to play Uno religiously. I love Uno. If you're aware of the card game Uno, how old are your kids? Do you play Uno with your kids? It's a great game. I love it. I love Uno. Okay, so GMM, you speak Thai. Gosh. In my early life, I was sort of working I was sort of working in a restaurant, and at the weekend, and I had a lot of sort of male figures who who were type mentors in my early life. I mean, I mentioned the relationship I had with my dad earlier, which wasn't a very close relationship. So I did have sort of male figures who were mentors in my life. Yeah. How do they help? Well, they sort of, they just were sort of listened and sort of, directed me. Are we not men? It's much cheaper and less attractive to live in the smaller towns. Yeah, you're more of a smaller town guy, Roland, than me. I'm not really into smaller towns. I'm more of a big city boy. And where do you get your food? Do you eat out, or do you cook your own, Roland? Where do you buy your stuff? If you marry your Philippines girlfriend, you can get a spouse visa, and I think it's called Balacan visa. You can come and go as you please. You can. My joints, actually, at the moment, my joints are not aching. Sometimes I go through periods where I do have aching joints, and at the moment, they're all right. Can we click up the thumbs up, please? Can we have some likes, please? Oh gosh, no, sorry. Sunday papers for me in the UK. I used to spend the day reading the Sunday Times when I lived in the UK on a Sunday, obviously, and then where did the day go? I just spent all day reading the Sunday. I love a Sunday paper, and as a paper boy, delivering Sunday papers was just ridiculous because the New York Times or wherever, it's just like they're like doorsteps, aren't they? They're just so massive. I do love a Sunday paper with the colour supplements. And I used to work for the Mirror Group in London during one summer, and I used to come home with all the Sunday papers from the other Sunday papers, which were given to the Sunday Mirror. Okay, pull-ups. Yeah, we don't have a good in my gym. There's no. Well, I can do there's no pull-up bar. There's a pull down, but no. It's a good point. Pull-ups are good. Thank you, Roland, for giving William his advice. You worked in South Korea for 8 years, every holiday weekend. Okay. Where are you now? Sorry, I forget. Where are you now? I'm a little bit behind. Where? Are you training for the cage match? And I'll probably be going there in April. So yeah, I should get into training. You're right. You do okay. So you worked for Disney, didn't you? Are you still working? I have not been back to the UK for 4 years. Since I left the UK 4 years ago, I have not been back. My sister is in the UK, but parents are dead, and yeah, that's about it. I love Aha. And at the time, it wasn't cool to get into Aha, so I never got into them at the time. And my cousin, she was 10 years younger than me. She was female. She was into Aha, and I never got into them. But then I got into them a bit later because when it was looking back, Aha had some great songs. There's one. I'm trying to think of this one Aha song. It'll come back to me, which is beautiful. Quezon City, okay. I like Quezon City. But it's a little bit hectic, isn't it, over in Quezon City? Hello, good morning, Cece. Nice to see you here. You went to okay, so did you go to church first, or did you go down to Big Sur? Oh, Big Johnson, you're the same age as me. I'm older than you, blimey. Okay, so Mergim's from my country, although I didn't realise he's from an East European country, and that's where he gets his name. I thought he was British through and through, but he's obviously. Do you want to live in a BGC condo? Uno, exactly, John. Uno is the way. I love Uno. I just love it. I get very competitive when I'm playing Uno. Healthcare. You need to be near a big city. If you're of a certain age, you need to live in one of the bigger cities to. Yeah, I do get it, Big Johnson, that you play Uno by yourself. Yeah, you need if you're of a certain age, you do need to be near a decent hospital. Oh, good question. What was the moment your mind finally clicked? You thought, "Is this?" Oh, good question. I was in Thailand, and I was sort of deciding. I'd been to all the Asian countries, and I'd not been to the Philippines, apart from Borneo. So I've been to all the Asian countries, and then the Philippines came on my radar with regard to age gap relationships. And the Philippines had never been on my radar. And then when I got here, it was just like, well, everyone's really friendly and really lovely, and it just feels a lot different to other Asian countries, as you will find out. Okay, so you married at 45. Oh, okay. I don't think I'll ever get married. I think I'm yeah. I think that boat has sailed. Why? You will not be able to afford retirement here. Why not? Oh, sorry. Okay, so in San Francisco, I couldn't afford to do. I couldn't afford to retire in my country. I mean, when I do retire, that money would go on rent alone, the money I get from the government. So I couldn't afford to retire back home. You're right. And yeah, it's sunny every day. You stayed in which of course from Cubana. Okay, I love Cubana. I love Cubana Resto. And I was watching Roman Hogan. He's just arrived in Makati. He's staying in Makati in Poblacion, and he was in Cubana, where I've been a few times. It's a great place. Okay, so you eat mostly at home. You cook at home, and we buy at the farmers market. Brilliant. I I told you I met Linda Lusardi. Were you not listening? And the guy didn't believe me when I met the pastry girl. I don't have any children. Oh, yeah. You eat out 7 days a week. That's GMM. That's why you're spending $9,000 a month, because you eat out 7 days a week. I don't have any children. Thank you, William, for liking my channel. The Filipina P doesn't do it for me physically. She's got no personalities. I need something to hold on to in the shower. Delivered the San Francisco Chronicle. God, I can imagine how big that was. It was, gosh, Sunday papers are just ridiculous. I mean, it's just full of adverts. Why? Would you go? Okay, you're going to see boxing matches at the weekend. You're in Texas now. Gosh, how is that? Take on Me. That wasn't the one I'm thinking of. Oh, so that's the Duran Duran one. What's the other one? I'm still trying to think of the other. Aha, yes, aha. Alan Partridge. He was brilliant, wasn't he? Oh, you retire on March the 8th. And you're brilliant. That's quick. Is everything packed up? Have you got everything packed up and ready to go? Are you okay? What church is it? What sort of service did you go to? Oh yeah, exactly. I need a day, then I need some finish. Human League. Now look, you probably haven't obviously haven't been following me long enough because I saw the Human League in the early days. Now forget um, "Don't You Want Me, Baby," which is very commercial. Go and listen to the first two Human League albums. The Human League early were absolutely wonderful, and they had a slideshow during the performances. I used to go and see the Human League when there was like 20 people watching. It was just wonderful music. Being boiled. Google being boiled by the Human League. I love early Human League. They got a little bit too commercial with "Don't You Want Me, Baby." That's when they were dead to me from then on. There was a card game named after Mad Mag. Oh, I remember Mad Magazine. Oh, okay. Yeah, exactly. When you reach it, yeah. Are you still working, Peter? You're 59 September. Are you still working? Good morning, CC. I did say good morning earlier. Uh, I'm not. My first year. You was okay. 3 days. You knew you were going to retire there. I am with you, David, on the younger age range. Yes, I don't have a will. I don't know. Thinking of starting a really? That's great. That sounds a good. That sounds like that sounds like a good hobby. Playing boule. July. You probably know what I'm talking about because it's spelt Gile. July is brilliant. She is such a business lady. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe how dedicated she is to her art. In the UK now, it's 1:17 a.m. I am actually in Subu, and it's 9:17 a.m. The sun always shines. That is still not the one. I can't. I'm going to have to Google it in a minute. Rubbish or brilliant? Am I rubbish or brilliant? I have bought stuff online on Lazada. I have actually bought stuff on Lazada. No kids. English pork sausage. You can. The sausages here are a bit not great. Okay, so you have to have two. You have to have savings and other streams of income. Okay, so a lot of my music is probably considered effeminate music. It is a lot of that synthesizer music. Well, it was the 80s. It was the 80s. All the guys looked effeminate anyway. So, are you thinking about the music as effeminate or the people who are playing it? Do I speak good English? My viewers will let you know. Do I speak good English? I've kept all my ticket stubs. Yes, I have kept them all. Of course, I've kept them. You know, I have kept them. Dare was okay. So some of the songs on Dare were good, but as soon as "Don't You Want Me, Baby" comes on, it's just I just get so. Oh, you work 4 days. What do you do, Peter? What do you do? Yeah, who will get the crates of vinyl? Well, the crates of vinyl are actually in my friend Steve in Bedford, his spare room. So my crates of vinyl are actually being used at the moment. So when I cop it, if he hasn't copped it before me, there is. Yeah, I know. Yeah, thank you, Cece. I watched it. I watched the Chelsea match before I came on, and I didn't know the score at the time because I'm like that. I don't like watching the score, knowing the score. And I watched it. Chelsea should have won. Did you watch it? Chelsea should have won. Although, actually, in fairness, the first goal that Liverpool got ruled out for offside, that was a goal. Oh, come on, that was a goal. So, yeah, it was fair in the end. Nick Cave. Now, I saw Nick Cave in Brighton a couple of times with his boys. Now, I don't know if you know about Nick Cave, but one of his boys, he was very close to his sons. I think they were twins, two boys. One of them died off the cliff in Brighton. I had seen Nick Cave um, with his sons walking around Brighton. He lived just outside Brighton, and it was just a lovely. It was seeing him with his boys, and there was that affection there, you know, a father with his kids. I loved seeing that. And then I heard about his son dying off a cliff. I think his son was trying to do a selfie off a cliff, and he was high at the time. So that was horrible. So but I don't listen to him. But yeah, much. I never really got into that type of music. But I'd like to read his autobiography. How are we doing? Are we enjoying this live stream today? A little bit different to Saturday. Are we enjoying today's live stream? Okay, I'm all packed. Gosh. Okay, so have you thrown anything away? You're all packed. 3 boxes in transit. Are you leaving stuff behind? I'm in Subu at the moment. No, the city doesn't close on Christmas Day. I mean, Christmas Day I went to, where was I last year? Well, last year I was in India, but the year before I went to TFI Friday, TGI Friday. I always get these confused because there was a TV program in the UK called TFI Friday. It's TGI Friday, isn't it? On the Christmas Day, the year before, I went to TGI Friday. The malls are open. It's not like in West where everything closes Christmas Day, Boxing Day. Everything's open here. I mean, Christmas starts in September. Everything's open. So it doesn't feel like Christmas at all. There's a song there by Coldplay. Exactly. Yeah, I love music, and my problem is I can't put on copyrighted music, and it's horrible because I want to sing and I want to put on stuff that I love, and I can't because of there's copyright issues. German sausages are the best. You're right. The German banger is something about English pork sausages are not quite the same as German sausages with their herbs and spices in. Brilliant. Okay, so you're going to retire quite soon, Big Johnson. Yeah, exactly. I did. I was probably a new romantic. There was a club in London called the Blitz Club, and I did dress a bit, as David will say, a bit effeminately. But that's what it was all about back in those days: big hair and dodgy clothes. I've never seen you date. Well, I have dated a few, but I do have. I'm quite picky. I don't have a scooter because I'm scared of the roads, and I don't want to get killed. Although I do go on the back of motorcycle scooters because that is the way to travel now. What's my favourite about Retiring Nation? What's your favourite? What's the rest of the question? Good morning, Honest John. What time is it? It's 1:20. Go to bed. I know. Bad Tourist, was that the Eurythmics? I would, he won't scratch it. He knows, I showed him the process, how to clean my vinyl, and he does, I took out my cleaning tools, and I said, this is how you clean the vinyl. He does it. Suddenly it was a bit of a train, well, it was a bit of, but it worked, bit of a train wreck, but it was, an okay train wreck. I mean, I need to sort it out. It was my first live on the street, so you're right. It was a bit of a train wreck, but it got better once you'd gone. Okay. I saw Prince. So Kevin watched Prince in Purple Rain. I saw Prince in London in 1990. Oh God, what was it? Early 90s, I saw Prince in concert in London, in Wembley, I think, and not in Wembley. I was right in the gods. I was right up the back watching Prince. Prince was about that big on the stage. Okay. Okay. Well, this is what I did. I sort of came to Asia during the British winters. So I came away for the British winters 6 months, then went back to the UK, carried on working 6 months, and then came back to Asia for 6 months. So yeah, my original plan was 6 months here, 6 months there, 6 months in England, 6 months. But now I don't have a home anymore, and COVID happened. So yeah, I'm here. I would use Philippines as a base. Good idea. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I'm using Philippines as a base and then travel in a circle. That's what I'm doing. I'm not going to sell your stuff. What do you mean? You're going to keep your house or whatever. You're not going to sell your stuff. I sold all my stuff on eBay. Good point. If I was vlogging, you wouldn't see me. Yeah, exactly. Eddie Izzard was amazing. Eddie Izzard was he ran loads. He ran. What did he run? He ran 30 marathons in 30. Oh, 30 marathons in 30 days. Eddie Izzard, not Eddie Lizard. Steve Strange. Steve Strange was. I remember. Did you talk about Visage the other day? Because Steve Strange was in Visage. I wanted to read his autobiography. Didn't he die? Didn't he? I did call her, John. Yeah. Well, I didn't actually call her. I texted her, and she didn't respond. I need to give her another try. Oh, are there German restaurants in Manila or Cebu? I'm not. I'm sure there is. Actually, there is a German restaurant in. I'll have to think about that one and get back to you. There was a German restaurant in Manila that I went to, walked out because of the prices. Okay, so Bad Tourist was 10cc. I got the first four 10cc albums, and then they went a bit wrong, didn't they? Because Godley and Cream had left 10cc and left the other two. So 10cc, the first four albums are brilliant, and then they went downhill. So I didn't get Bad Tourist because it was a rubbish album. What? Name me a song of Bad Tourist that was any good. Gosh, you own a condo. Okay, you own a condo in Stockholm. Oh God, okay. So you're doing all right, but you still haven't told me. You still haven't told me how much you're paying in Iloilo for your condo. You're keeping that close to your chest. You've got a container in your friend's ranch. Okay, okay. So what are you putting in your container? Is it all your household couches, beds, and everything? Just wear protection, Russell. You still can't understand. I never got into metal. I'm not going to get into it now, am I? I'm a bit long in the tooth. I mean, I just never got it. I never got it. I never got that screaming. Yeah, I mean, you obviously like it. I never got into that music. So, whilst we're on, could you please like, share, and subscribe? We've got 155 people watching. So, I haven't got many likes. How many likes have I got? Give me a thumbs up. So the sun's coming out. Your ex-wife loved All About Eve. Now, I never got into them either. I am from England. I'm from a small place in Essex called Romford, just outside London. I never got into Dire Straits. He's a brilliant guitarist, and Sultans of Swing came out at the same time as punk and new wave, and they had a great, what's that? They had a great video. Oh my God, the video for. There's a brilliant video where there's lots of lovely ladies in their lingerie. It's a brilliant video. What is that video? Money for Nothing. What a video that was. That was just worth tuning into MTV for, because I used to play it on MTV on repeat. Rattle and Tank, not Rattle and Hum by U2. Okay. Oh, you saw Rolling Stones 1989. Gosh, that sounds like a good concert. ZZ Top, they're a bit mental, aren't they? You. Okay, we would come, but the main way to make money out of that will be to okay, okay, sounds good. We'll do that, Kevin. Let us know when you get here. We'll set up a channel. Um, yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I thought you asked me about Visage. Yeah, I wanted to read his autobiography. No, they weren't. They weren't in a later life. Godley and Cream had a band as well. They left 10cc to do, because they invented the gizmo, which went onto a guitar, and they did a 4-album box set with this gizmo that bended the notes on the guitar. So they were video directors in later life, yeah, but they also had a band which weren't, yeah, which were some of their songs were okay. How 10cc got their name? Yes. There's a few websites where you can play copyright music. I want to get sign up to Licked. You can check out Licked because they do actually have some decent songs on there, but not that many. What's the other one? Epidemic Sounds is another good one, but there's no obvious music on Epidemic Sounds. It's still like bands that you've never heard of. Here we go. GMM's finally told me how much he pays for his condo. $310. When I see USD written like that, I always think of used dollars, like used dollars. 310 used dollars for a modern condo. 1-year contract. That's very good. That's very good. And did you say you were in Ilo proper, city proper? Skateway. That wasn't the one. That wasn't the song with the ladies in their lingerie. You saw Dire Straits with Eric Clapton. How was Eric Clapton? Was he a bit boring? I never got into Eric Clapton. Yeah, I know. GMM. It went from 130 to 4,000 in 3 or 4 minutes. I don't know what was going on there. And at the time, yeah, I didn't know what it was going on. I need to turn my phone around so I can read the comments and you can see the people. It was a one-off. It was a test. It was a test for that day, and I'll do it again. No furniture, just stuff I collected over 40 years. Okay, so why are you keeping all that? You're keeping that stuff for your kids, is that right? Tremolo. No, I don't know. Was it a tremolo bar? It was a tremolo bar. It was a thing. It was a gizmo. It was called a gizmo, wasn't it? I'm glad you found the thumbs up button, Frank. Could you please give a thumbs up if you're liking the video or not? Oh, AC/DC. No. I never got into them at all. Okay, so yeah, I know metal is not just about screaming, but yeah. And I'm sorry to put your music down, but I never got into metal. I never got into it. Yeah, it's not my music. Okay, where am I? Oh, you saw 10cc a few years ago. Who was left? Who was left from 10cc? Gotta be Essex, exactly. You've seen Phil Collins in concert. He was all over the stage. Well, isn't he now got an illness? I saw Rod Stewart, it's 1973, with the Faces. That was my first ever concert. Was Rod Stewart in London. I went with my sister. Her friend couldn't come. I went with my sister, and there was a lady on stage with her clothes off, just wearing bikini bottoms. It was just like, I was 13. It was just like, oh my God, there's a lady on stage with huge footballs. You're going to be, the weather in May is hot. It's now, where are we? End of February, and it's hot, but it gets hotter. March, April, May, it gets hotter. Well, it was more like 2.5 cc, because it wasn't actually Stewart. Was it the two of them? Was it, how many from the original band were Graham Gouldman and the other one? Eric Stewart. I don't think they're both in there anymore. I think it's just one of them. like a greatest hits band. What's it called? A tribute band. What's the point? What's the meaning? Philip is a lover of horses, apparently. I don't know. Yeah, I don't really relate to that. I'm not really. Well, horses are okay, but I couldn't eat a whole one. Where are we? Hello, Asrob. Hello from Michigan. Are you going to be in? Yeah, I probably won't be. I will probably be in either Bahal or Boracay or somewhere else. Okay, Yuzu. I had that album. I had the first two Yuzu albums. What was that song? What was the first song in Yuzu? Yeah, I love Yuzu. REM. I saw REM. REM, brilliant. I loved REM. And there's a duet he did with the girl from B-52s. What's that? What's that song with the lady from the B-52s? He does a duet on one of their songs. Oh God. Okay, so GMM says next time I do a live, ask how old they think you are before a shave and after. So what am I going to do? Am I going to shave live on the live stream and then ask them again? Water. Can you say water? I think you asked me the other day. Water. My mother had a thing about pronouncing our T's. You have to say water, not water. Okay, Big Johnson, thanks for the donation. It was very kind of you. Run and watch my other videos that you've been amiss about. Oh, yeah, concerts. Exactly. Coldplay played Manila, didn't they? $150 or something for a Coldplay ticket in Manila. I mean, how are the locals going to afford that? $150. How much are they? They're making they're minting it, aren't they? It's just ridiculous money. Yeah, I'm not really into modern day going to concerts. I didn't have a Valentine. I think I stayed in. The Faces were wonderful. The Faces were wonderful. What a great band. There's the Faces album. Every picture tells a story. Was that Rod Stewart or the Faces? Probably no, I wasn't named after a screwdriver. Oh, is your name Philip as well? How can you take the heat if you're brought up? I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I love the heat. I just feel comfortable here. I just don't know. I don't really sweat anymore, apart from when I'm chatting up the lady in the shoe shop. Only You, exactly. That was a brilliant song. Only You. And then it got covered by that band from Liverpool, didn't it? They just ruined it. Heat Stroke, only after doing something dodgy. Shiny Happy People, yeah. That wasn't the song I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about this other song. Oh gosh, are there any places to dance south? Probably. Kraftwerk. I saw Kraftwerk twice. I love Kraftwerk. I saw Kraftwerk in the early 80s, and I actually took some photographs, and I've got them in black and white photographs that I took of Kraftwerk with the original 4 members. And then I saw them again on stage in the 90s, and are they actually playing live? You know, are they actually performing, or are they just pressing buttons? It's just like, I don't know, something about Kraftwerk that I just felt a bit cheated watching Kraftwerk live. Was it live? Yeah, people. Yeah, you can adapt to the heat. I think I have. Yeah. I saw U2. I saw U2 early 80s. I Will Follow is just such a wonderful song. Can you think of a better U2 song than I Will Follow, which was probably their first single? It was just a wonderful song. Hello in Russia. I love a hot summer night. Disturbed. Who is Disturbed? Are they a heavy metal band? Shoe Shop Bante, exactly. I've not been outside yet because when I woke up at 6 and it was a bit wet and gloomy. So I had my coffee on my balcony. I've sort of been outside, but not outside on the street. I'm probably going to go to the gym after this, or maybe go for a swim. Don't know yet. Do you remember England? Okay, John. How old are you, John? When England won the World Cup, I was 5. I don't remember it at all. I don't remember it. I don't remember the day or anything. I'm 5 years old. I can only remember a couple of years later when my father took me to West Ham. So when I was sort of 6, 7, 8, he used to take me to West Ham. But I don't remember the World Cup day at all. No, unfortunately, because that's the last time England won it, and they probably will never win it again in my lifetime. Where are we? You saw U2 in Arizona. What? Yeah, Rattle and Hum. They had. Oh God, U2 are a wonderful band. They are. They were probably. Are they the biggest stadium band? Mr. Metal guy is going to tell me off now for loving U2 and not loving metal. U2 are a great stadium band. The Joshua Tree was a great album, and there's some great song called "Bad" on their live album. "Bad" was just beautiful. Where are we? Flying Pickets. Yeah. Oh God, that's they were. Oh, they were from London. Sorry, I thought they were from. For some reason, I thought they were from Liverpool. I don't know why. I don't know why I thought they were from Liverpool. Why did I think they were from Liverpool? Well, they were great until Rattle and Hum. I mean, yeah, they still had some good songs after that. Me and Honey, that's the one. That's the one. Thank you, Peter. Me and Honey, that duet with Kate Wilson, is it, from B-52s? That is such a beautiful song. Beautiful song. That's Okay. Yes, just sit in the aisle, get an aisle seat, and get up and great unwashed. You've got a thing about cleanliness, haven't you? Just walk to the back of the plane. Get a business class if you can afford it. It's just you just have to do it. Although one time I was on a plane somewhere, and somebody asked me to swap seats, and the guy next to me, he had hideous halitosis, and I just said, no, I'm not sitting next to him. He stinks because it just sorry. How about OMD? I think you asked me the other day. I never really got into OMD. I got a few of their early singles. Electricity, yeah, I got Electricity. Souvenir, okay. I didn't really get into OMD, but I'm saying a lot of their singles. I never saw them live. I don't think I saw them live. Princess Bride, I love Princess Bride, Kevin. Yeah, I love it. There are a handful, David, African Americans. No, there are. There's a lot of guys setting up channels over here, African Americans. There are. And there was actually a guy in my condo building last year who lives here with his Filipino girlfriend. Okay, Stephen asks, was I scared when I met that girl in Mindanao? It was a little bit of an uncomfortable situation. It was. I did feel a little bit. It probably noticed on my video that I did feel a little bit uncomfortable being there the whole day. It just didn't seem right. It just felt a bit strange. And I went to the basketball court with them, and I just I just had to go away because too many guys together. It felt a bit strange. Okay, so David asked if I have a fear for my life. I do actually have a fear of heights, strangely enough. But when I'm on a plane, I can actually sit by the window and look out the window. So it's So I've never really feared for my life on a flight. Have you? Have I seen a Filipino angry? Well, I've seen Filipinos on the street sometimes, but mainly not angry. when they're drunk, when they're drunk. Well, that's probably different. Blue jeans. Why? You go often in blue jeans. Why are you wearing blue jeans in this? Setting up a channel is not a euphemism for anything. A venue in McCarthy? No, I don't think I have. Exactly. Always trust your instincts. Yeah, and I did, and yeah. It's weirdly enough. I have a fear of heights. I'm on the 18th floor. I won't go. I wouldn't. I see 101 Horizon in Subu, which goes up to like 50 floors. I wouldn't be on a balcony higher than this. This is enough. This is enough. I would not be on a balcony on the 50th floor. Yeah. So I do have a fear of heights, but I'm comfortable on this level. Okay. So GMM says if you cover it, the clothes take the heat. Yeah, but do you not feel uncomfortable wearing thick? I mean, yeah. Do you not feel uncomfortable wearing thick clothes, like a hoodie? Why would you wear a hoodie? I mean, I see all these clothes in the shops, and I think, what's the point of all those clothes here? Because I think a lot of people are wearing these clothes indoors because of the AC on too cold. So they're wearing clothes to wrap up warm inside their own houses. No, have you not heard John Lennon speak? John Lennon speaks with a Scouse accent. He speaks like that. Have you ever seen the bit? Look, I wasn't old enough. I've never seen her ethnicity. What do you mean? Deeper question. Here we go. Oh, I lost it. I have felt lonely here at times. I have felt lonely at times. I've not really had a bout of depression here. I had a bout of depression before I left the UK, a few years before I left the UK, and that was to do with finances and stuff. I do feel lonely at times, but at least here you can speak to the natives, you can speak to the locals, so you don't feel lonely that much. If I was living in Thailand, I was in Tokyo for 6 months one winter, and I felt very depressed and lonely there because people didn't speak my language, and I didn't speak Japanese. So you can, yeah. I think you need to be friends with some people, and then you won't feel so lonely. I think a lot of people come here and they say, "Oh, I'm not going to meet other expats because I didn't come away to Asia to hang out with other expats." But I think you need to have friends from your own culture to relate to. So yeah, I can appreciate that. Some people in Paradise will actually get depression because they come here thinking it's not what they hoped for. Yeah, you need to adapt. You need to have friends around or people around. You saw the difference in the north and the south in Vietnam. I didn't really feel the difference there. A venue has lots of. It's not that place where it's called Hot Asia. That's not Hot. It's not Hot Asia you're talking about, is it? A lot of people know that. Exactly. You've got to speak. A lot of people know that. My son is huge, really. I am in my early 60s. Yes. So the guy asked if I was around during the World Cup. Yeah, and then David, being facetious, asked what it was like growing up during the Blitz. So men look goofy in shorts. Yeah, it depends on their legs and what type of shorts as well. You need, it's the type of shorts. My Scouse accent sounded Indian. Yeah, I always get those confused. I always get Scouse and Indian confused. So other people have said that you'd find it liberating living somewhere where no one spoke my language. Somebody actually spoke that because they said he was insular and liked his own company. But I think it would drive me crazy. It drove me crazy in Tokyo. I think you need to, yeah. See how long you last, David. Come and live in Asia. Do your 6 months and see how long you last not speaking to anyone. Kate Middleton died? No, you're having me on. No. Are you winding me up? Yes, exactly. It's a lot easier to feel isolated in Thailand. I feel that's what I feel. That's what I felt there. As I put out in my okay. Oh, the first. Okay, so my father took me to watch West Ham, although they weren't really a big club at the time, but they did have the World Cup winners in their side. Bobby Moore, Martin Peters, Jeff Hurst were the World Cup winners. They were playing for West Ham, so my father was a West Ham supporter. He took me to watch West Ham when I was in my 7, 8. And then I transferred to Chelsea when I was 9. So I used to go and watch Chelsea, other side of London. Okay, so Lives doesn't pay money. I don't get paid money for the Lives. So I'm not getting any money. So I'm doing lots of lives, but it is increasing my presence and it's increasing my subs, which I think is quite important. So yeah, so I make money more on a normal video, so I'm not making any money out of this, but I want to increase my presence. Yeah, and I love chatting to my regular viewers. It's great to interact with you and see what you want out of my channel, if you can tell me. Okay. Giant 10, right on the edge of Makati Avenue. Is that not Hot Asia? Because Hot Asia was a Giant 10. Am I still getting them confused? Okay, so in the north. Okay, the north they are more reserved. The north, I actually did love Hanoi. I liked its compactness. I loved Hanoi. Okay, so I did have a pair of leather trousers. Yeah, you're going to think I'm weird, but I did have a pair of leather trousers, and I used to wear corduroy, and then in my late 40s, I got a pair of corduroy trousers. Now corduroy trousers are associated with the geography teacher at school. And they're sort of like aging, aren't they? Corduroy trousers are a bit dodgy, but then again, so are leather. So I've had both. You take on the slang of your surroundings. Good question. Really had to choose a place to stay a year in Asia. Where would you go? Why do you have to stay in one place? This is what I'm doing. I'm sort of traveling around. I'm spending the majority of my time in the Philippines as my home, so I'm comfortable here. But then I'm going out for a couple of months, a couple of times a year, to other Asian countries. Why do you have to stay a year in one place? Why do you not just travel around? Asia is wonderful. Asia's got a lot of lovely countries. Don't settle for one place. Move around. I can't really answer your question because I think we need to move around. Thank you, Hockey Life Rules. Yeah, I'm 63 in April. Flares or floods? What are they? Not floods are. Flares. We had flares in the late 70s. What are floods? What are my travel? Okay, so I'm staying in Subu for 2 months, and then I'm probably going back to Bohol because I love Bohol. Going back to Boracay because I love Boracay, and then Leyte. I haven't been to Leyte yet, so I want to travel Leyte. But at the moment, I'm feeling very comfortable in my condo in Subu, and I've spent 15 months sort of traveling In Manila, I was 5 months in a hotel, didn't have a condo. So now that I've got my condo, I feel very comfortable here. So it's going to be a bit of a wrench going on the road again. Okay, so I don't. Okay, so when I went to do, Kevin asks, has it affected you when you get recognised on the street? When I was in Duma Regretti last January, I was in Duma Regretti. I had about 1,000 subscribers at the time, and 5 people came up to me in Duma Regretti, which was totally weird. I didn't think anyone would know me. So it was lovely. It was lovely talking to people who watch your channel. And somebody actually left a comment the other day saying, I saw you in Subu and I didn't want to say hello, but I didn't want to be rude. Come and say hello. I love talking to you people. You are my friends. Come and talk to me. So what were you at, Kevin? Were you in a known band who I know of? It was probably in a metal band that I didn't follow. Hello Emma, how are you? Kate Middleton didn't die. Okay, so it was just somebody being dodgy. Okay, so where are we? I'm just a little bit behind. Let me just no speed control. Oh, thank you, David. I think I think my live videos is helping. It's helping me. It's helping the channel get bigger. 20,000 by my birthday, please share some of my videos so that I can reach 20,000 subs by April. Describe your. When you first saw the 3D billboard, no, I'd seen it on a video. I'd seen it on a video already. It was just a billboard. Yeah. Okay, so a venue. I missed it. I still have my Jesus boots, David. I have my Converse, as you know, because of my box, and I have my old Jesus boots, which I don't really wear much. The videos are relaxing. Okay. What do you mean no speed control? I don't know what you mean. My favourite food is Indian food. Oh, there's a small mall across from it. I don't. I'm not really. I don't really know a venue then. Okay. Good question. Something must happen to your brain when you feel the urge to move on. I find that I'm done now. I don't know what it is. It's like with my relationships with my girlfriends. I get to a point where I think, okay, that's it. I don't know what happens. It is something in my brain. I don't know. It must be something where I just think I'm done now. Yeah. It's a weird feeling, and I just do think, okay. So I go to a new area, and I think, okay, I'm going to be here for a week, 2 weeks, and then after I've exhausted it, there's nothing left here now. I've seen it all. I'm ready to go. So I can't really. I don't know what happens to my brain, but I suddenly feel the urge not to be there anymore. I don't know if I'm explaining myself very well, but I just feel like I'm done. I was in Halong Bay, and Halong Bay was a little bit touristy. I went on a boat trip around Halong Bay. Ask David if he went there. Okay, so Mission Creek style. The BBC channel is referred to as Auntie. That's what the BBC channel. If you're born in the UK, you will know that the BBC channel, the channel is referred to as Auntie. So my channel is a takeoff, a homage, spoof of BBC, BWC, and so I call myself Uncle. If that makes any sense. Trousers too short, as if you're expecting a flood. Oh, okay. I never heard of that expression. Floods. Yeah. Yeah, I like what Michael Jackson had those trousers with his white socks. I'd never heard of that expression, floods. Okay, that is new to me. I've learned something new. Yeah, I actually like them because yeah, when I was a mod in back in the late 70s, yeah, I had trousers that was narrow drain pipe trousers with that were floods, yeah. So I could show off my white socks, like the Jam used to wear. Have a look at the Jam's early singles, and their trousers. I don't have a permanent condo when I travel around. I leave when I last time I left Cebu. I had a permanent condo for 18 months in Cebu, and then my contract ran out and I moved. And then yeah, obviously I'm not going to want to spend money on the hotel and a condo. You should know that, GML. I'm a cheap Charlie. I think you should. Where's it's gone? Oh gosh, a little bit behind. I didn't realise I was so far behind. Okay, I'm going back to Duma Regrette in April. Yeah, when Honest John comes, I'm going to Duma Regrette, and then probably going to yeah. So I'm going there for, I don't know, a couple of weeks. So I am going there. Cebu to Hull, is there a ferry? Yeah. It's 2 hours. Brilliant ferry. Go do that. Go from Cebu to, that's what I did. Watch my video on going from Cebu to Bohol. The flights in the Philippines are dirt cheap. I flew from Boracay to Cebu for $30 or something. They're very, very cheap. Why do they say the Philippines? I don't know. Loving U2 but hating metal seems dodgy to me. Dodgy is a great word. And there was a band in England called Dodgy. They had some great tunes in the 90s. What is this channel all about? It's, I don't know. It's where I come on and give advice about not having regrets in your life. Yeah, I don't know why I've saved my Converse shoebox. I don't know. I just took them out of the box and I put it up there. April what? Is my birthday the 3rd? Why are you opposed to longer term lease for a much nicer Okay, so when I went to Manila last year, I was only planning on staying for 6 months max, and I didn't really look as much as I should have done, but I found that there wasn't. I did actually, put something on Facebook Marketplace, and getting a condo wasn't as easy on a shorter term lease than it is in Cebu. I found. So yeah, that was my reason. That was my reason for not getting. I didn't get a condo in Cebu. I stayed in a hotel for 5 months, and I wish I had got a condo in Cebu, in Manila. Where am I? Yeah, I know. Thank you. I am knackered. I am after a live. I am knackered, and and after this, I'm going to go to the gym, and then I'm going to start a video about my budget for the last 4 years. I am knackered. You're right. I do sleep well, sort of. 15 years in Southeast Asia. Okay. So you drove a scooter for 15 years. Okay, so my thought process of returning to Cebu was I do feel comfortable even though I like Manila more. I do feel comfortable in Cebu. It might sound weird, but and Cebu doesn't offer as much as Manila, but I do feel comfortable here, and I do feel comfortable in this condo. So coming back to this condo was probably one of the biggest reasons. And if I hadn't got this condo, I probably wouldn't have come back to Cebu. Oh, okay. Good night. Good night, De Grange in Liverpool. You're going to work in a few hours. Good night. Enjoy your work. Your band was big in Phoenix. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Why do I say the things I say? I don't know. Sometimes I get blurty. Sometimes I don't often, as I've got older, I don't often think about what I'm saying, and I just blurt things out. I'm probably not. Okay, where am I? So I'm a little bit. I'm gonna probably gonna go for a swim because I love having a swim nowadays, and the pool gets colder by 11. I do have a sweet tooth, but I try and moderate my my cakes and stuff. Life and the universe. Yeah. And B-52s had a song about, and everybody had matching towels, which I thought was such a great line. Short-term condo rentals. Where? Get on to RentHub or RentPad, not Pornhub. RentPad, I think it is. My Manila hotel, I thought was great. It had a great pool, and it had a great. My room in Manila, room. Yeah, it wasn't great, but the pool and the gym were great, and the area was lovely, and it was just outside BGC. If I go back to live in Manila, I would live in BGC, but the rents are higher there. They're going to be like around $500 a month, but I'm going to have to suck it up, and I'm going to be on 20,000 subs then anyway. What happened to Rebuti? I think she's still going. She's still on Twitch, and she still posts stuff on Facebook, on YouTube. Do you think so, that prices have gone up? Do you really think prices have gone up? On what? What have prices gone up? I noticed the chicken has gone up. When I was here a year and a half ago, it was 40% less. Sikio I never got to. I want to go when I go to. That's right. When I go to Duma Regreti, I'm going to go to Sikio because I've not been there. When I was in Duma Regreti last time, Sikio was so close, but it was raining all the time last January, so I never actually got there. But I will go there in April. Hello, Blurry. Cheers, Will. Thanks for being here. Where do you go in the evenings after eating? I actually don't. I don't go anywhere. I just sit on my balcony. It's my overhead light. The other day, the overhead light was right in the middle. Synchronicity. I love Synchronicity. Synchronicity 2, the song by The Police. Play that. Why is Oscar going on about my hairline? Douglas Adams, 42, exactly. I don't watch anime, but I love Japanese culture. Philippine bloggers have an odd. Some I don't like listening to. Okay, thank you, Scott, for appreciating my new glasses. Hello, Alan. Good question. Do you think age should stop a man from starting a family? It's a good question. How old was Charlie Chaplin? I don't know. I don't think it should. Well, as long as you're active, I think if you're 70 and your little toddler is running around and you can't keep up with him, then I would be in two minds. But if it happens, it happens. Yeah, I'm not against it. It could happen. Can you? I think I can format my hard drive. I have done in the past. Material World, yeah, it's on that album. Synchronicity 2 was the song, and the video was like Mad Max. The scenery was from Mad Max. What a brilliant video that was. Just watch that video. Share a video of mine with your friends, and then I'll give you permission to watch Synchronicity 2. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Geek House, wasn't it by Same as it ever was? Yeah, it's not by Geek House. It's by Talking Heads. Talking Heads. I do watch other vloggers. Before I came on this morning, I watched Roaming Hogan, because he is actually in Manila now. Who else do I watch? I watch. Who else do I watch? Good question. I watch some of the Duma Regretti ones, but yeah. Who else do I watch? I watched some of the Filipinos. You did a cheap LASIK operation in Bangkok. Okay. Honest John did that as well. He had. Okay, so what was your prescription, GMM? Because I'm, bifocal. Can I have it done? Can I have it done because I've got dodgy eyes? You had a cheap LASIK operation. I mean, you're spending. How much are you spending on your? You're spending $2,000 a month, and you had a cheap LASIK operation. What is? How does that work out? I can't. Yeah, that doesn't sit comfortably with me. That you spent $2,000 a month on a budget, but you had a cheap LASIK operation. Yeah, okay. A child that grows up with an aged father is a bit sad. I get that. Yeah, Talking Heads, exactly. It was Talking Heads. Well, really, he's gone, isn't he? He's been. I think you're being facetious. He's been exported. Same as it ever was. Yeah, exactly. I knew what he meant. I knew what he meant. Al Pacino just had a kid at 83, but didn't he have lots of kids already? Yeah, but okay. So do you actually father your child at that age, like Rod Stewart? How much time do you spend with your younger kids? I met Carefree Chris the other day. I met him twice. Actually, when on Saturday when I was coming back from doing my live stream, had a coffee in Ayala, and Carefree Chris went past me, and we exchanged hellos. He's a nice guy. So yeah, watch Carefree Chris, everyone. He's a good vlogger. I'm going to go soon. It's 10:12. I want to have a swim. You got into a fight. Where were you? Where you got into a fight? Just walk away. True. Where were you when you almost got into a fight? Yeah, I know. I know you can be actively, but can you actually, get down on the floor and play with your kids? Hello, Sweetland. Hello, River Rat. Thank you for your appreciation. Yeah, but can I have LASIK on my twin dodginess? Okay, so lots of people that I've had are now fathers at a later age. Malate, yeah, I didn't really. Oh, Malate, okay. I didn't spend much time in Malate when I was there. I just walked through there one day. Didn't have cable at all. No. We just had 5 channels, 4 channels. Okay, good idea. I'll check that out. Have a good swim and then go get that girl. Good idea. Why are you off today, Kevin? What's been happening in your SUV? SUV? Am I talking Thunderbirds again? Okay, so please could you like, share and subscribe? It's 10:15. I like to end at 10:15 because The Cure always ended their set at 10:15 on a Saturday night with playing 10:15 on a Saturday night. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your appreciation. Thank you for your continual support. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you all soon. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.